Got it. Hi, I'm Sarah with that hashtag show here with the one and only Jeremy Jordan. And hello, good morning, afternoon, wherever you are.
It is morning here in Los Angeles, and the sun has peaked out for 5 seconds. So let's go. Well, it's
It's
here.
been it's been lovely. Let's do this. I just want to say it's so nice to see you again. I do not expect you to remember the first one. It was pre-pandemic, out in the wild. I was at Rockwall Table and Stage seeing a show, and
Oh
you happened to
my
be there. And we're very
gosh.
nice. I know. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to talk to you about this project, Spinning Gold, today. Now,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time outside of like Bonnie and Clyde that you are portraying a real person of this magnitude. Is that right?
Yeah, you're probably right. I can try to go through my brain, but we don't have time for that. So let's assume you're right. It's been a
Amazing.
while.
So, what was it about Neil Bogart that made you want to take on this challenge, especially because you're going to be working with his sons who know their father, in and out?
Yeah, I mean, it never really felt like a challenge. I mean, oh no, it was so easy. No, but what I mean by that is that I always felt really supported. And because this guy, he was a real person, but there's not a lot of footage or known about him. Most people that watch the movie won't have even heard his name before, much less knew what he looked like or talked like or acted like. So I would try to, I was able to sort of like maintain the essence of the character while still creating something at the same time. And Tim, who was our director, was always really, really great about, letting me take whatever freedom I had in that regard. And we sort of like imagined his father together because his father died when he was a kid, and so we got to sort of recreate him in our movie version of his life, which if you see the film, it's a little bit larger than life. We sort of lean into the fact that these stories are crazy and we can tell them in crazy ways, and sometimes it's more fun to tell a story in a wild way.
Absolutely. This movie is very whimsical. I love that it's like a musical mixed with a stage play, mixed with life. And like, it's very fun and interesting to watch. I've left the theater like processing it, because
Yeah.
that story I knew. And I'm so like grateful to know Neil Bogart's name because I had no idea who he was.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny because, he was desperate to be successful, and ultimately he found success in the success of other artists. And that can be really difficult for someone who is a showman at heart. And I think what we really portrayed well in the film is that it's his moment, it's his chance to have a moment to be the star of his own life, in which he kind of was in his own head, but nobody else knew it.
Right, exactly. Did you know Neil before you even got involved in the project?
No, I didn't know anything about Neil or Casablanca Records. Like I probably called it Casablanca Records because I was like, but everybody called it Casablanca. I was like, really? That's how we're gonna say this? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And but no, I knew nothing about it, and it was great. I mean, of course, I knew a lot of the songs that came out of it, but no, it was all new to me, and so it was all like a really exciting, fun kind of journey. And I think it'll be new to most people that watch it. So it's nice to kind of go in without too many expectations. That way you're kind of along for wherever the ride takes you, which I think we do some really interesting twists and turns.
I agree. Now, do you have a favorite scene from page to screen that you've been able to watch?
There are a few that sort of stick out to me. I really love the scene that I did with Lettucey at the piano because we just kind of improv that whole scene together, and I just got to sing with Lettucey. And there are a couple scenes with like Gene, and it was either the scenes that felt really like real and honest, and where I got to be Neil in his like most authentic, charming self when he kind of got to come out of his sort of record producer skin. Those are when I the ones that I remember the most, because he's always got this mask on and this charm, and every once in a while it falls away and we see underneath it, and those are the ones that I always remember.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. That's my time. And make sure everyone checks out Spinning Gold because Jeremy's amazing in it.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome.